where you understand your emotions and the emotions of people around you. And that gives you big associations with people, and that creates big results. And that has created big pairs in history when they have understood each other's emotions well. Gandhi Sardar was a big pair. Today again, two Gujaratis is a big pair. So when you understand each other's emotions well, like he is me and me is him. He is me and me is a different level of professionalism. So etiquettes, manners definitely needed. You greet everybody in the morning when you go to office. Hi, hello everybody, how are you? Good morning, hi, how are you? That's fine. And it is a must. Greetings, you start a good day, a fresh day, and with a hi in everybody's heart. That's nice. But that counts to a very less percentage when it comes to first step that I explained to you, that is intellect, and the second step, that is emotional intelligence. But now, since the last decade, this professionalism has gone to a different level. You would be surprised to know that more spiritual person you are, you can become a better professional. This I'm not using the word I'm talking because I'm a saint. You read top 10 management gurus of the world, Jim Collins, Og Mandino, Ken Blanchard, Anthony Robbins, Robin Smith, top 10 management, Stephen Covey, and they would always teach their professionals in their seminars, even top class executives of Fortune 500 companies, that become a better spiritual person. Then you will become a better professional. I would suggest all of you, when you as professionals, you have come together today, if you have a piece of paper and pen, you write the name of this book and the author, definitely you must read it. If you don't have, you can type in your mobile. The title of the book is Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence. Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence. And it is co-authored by Ian Marshall and a lady called Dana Zohar. Now don't open the YouTube now or the Google now. You are supposed to listen to me first. This is the book Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence by Ian Marshall and Dana Zohar, where interacting with more than 5,000 professionals of different categories and different fields, they have written this book that better the spiritual intelligence, which is above EQ, that is emotional intelligence, you can become a much better professional. Now, both of these authors, they have listed out that if your spiritual quotient is high, that makes you a better professional. You have these 8 signs of high SQ. First sign of you having a good spiritual quotient is flexibility. That is, you can accept a good change wholeheartedly. This is a higher level of professionalism. As I said, I will not talk of routine professionalism, how to sit in your meetings and how to present your points and how to use a PPT and वो सब पुरानी बातें, चालू बातें. I'll take you to a different level. Professionalism, when it comes to spiritual quotient, flexibility to change. Harvard University, a few months back, they came out with the definition after a lot of soul searching, new definition of intelligence. And they said, acceptability for change is intelligence. Adjustments to change is intelligence. So if you are sitting in a meeting, now let me exemplify it. You are sitting in a board meeting or your executive level meeting and discussions on certain projects or some problems discussed to find out some solutions for it, for your clients, whatever. Then you present a solution, well uploaded. Somebody from the other end of the table comes out with a solution from his side. Maybe he's your employee, maybe he's your colleague. And then, if you find it better, at that time, if you have the heart and courage to put aside your solution, even being the boss, and accept your colleague or employee's solution because your heart got convinced that it is a better solution for the problem and you accept it, that is professionalism. If at that time, if your ego doesn't prop up, which normally happens, because I am practicing chartered accountant since 25 years. And that guy who suggested this thing is just 4 years into the profession. ये ईगो आ जाता है ना. और अगर ये नहीं आया तो दूसरा प्रकार का आता है. Why can such a good idea come into his head and not mine? I cannot accept this. But let me tell you as a professional, because I was also a professional before I became a saint. I did my engineering way back in 1991. So, let me tell you a fact. You read the book that the 100 great ideas that changed the world. Out of that, 70 ideas have come from the brains of class 3 and class 4 people, including T20, which has revolutionized cricket, which has brought in huge money into cricket, the T20 tournaments. That idea has come from a class 3 employee sitting in ICC, England. So right from the will to T20, many great ideas that have changed the course of history in their respective fields have come from class 3 and class 4 people in the office. So there is a chance that probably some good idea for solution of your problems or for executing a project can come from an ordinary employee which you hired, or perhaps whom you scholared, or perhaps whom you guided. Possible. Doing internship in your office, he can come up with a good idea. A leading auto manufacturer, they build an SUV, beautiful car, but after building up, they could find that it could not come out of the garage or of the manufacturing unit. Why? Because its roof was about 1.5 feet above the ceiling level. So all the engineers are confused on how to bring this car out. And the gatekeeper standing there, he could understand and see their confusion. He walks in and said, "Sir, is the confusion that how to bring the car out of the manufacturing unit?" Oh yeah, problem. Chal. Because they were engineers there. He said, "Sir, I have an idea." Kya hai bol? He said, "Sir, if you deflate the tires, remove the air from the tires, it will come out and then you can fill the air again." These people, engineers, were already thinking कि चलो roof अगर सीलिंग के साथ ब्रश हो जाए तो कलर चला जाएगा तो फिर से कुछ कलर कर देंगे, ये वो वहां तक के सॉल्यूशंस चल रहे थे. And he said, "Sir, deflate the tires, the car will roll out, then you can fill air." And all the engineers like, my goodness, he's a gatekeeper there. So first put aside your ego that I am a chartered accountant since 25 years. Always good ideas can come to me only. Always good solutions to problems can come from my mind only. Because I have solved many such problems. Even then, sometimes the best ideas can come from class 3. So I suggest to you that as a professional, whenever you have an issue, problem, you want a solution, throw it in the office, open. Sometimes somebody can come with a good solution within minutes. So first thing is flexibility to acceptance. Adjustments to change is intelligence. Second point, in being a hardcore professional when it comes to a spiritual quotient, is self-awareness. Where am I? What I'm doing? What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to do this at this moment of time. I'm supposed to not do this thing at this moment of time. What I'm talking, what I'm looking, what I'm writing, what I'm seeing, what I'm engaging with, everything you should be absolutely self-aware. So you don't make a public or a private mistake in your life. You should be extremely self-aware. That is a high level of professionalism. Mistakes every professional makes when coming out for solutions for problems. But in the smaller acts of day-to-day routine, you don't make a mistake, but because you are absolutely self-aware. The third sign of high spiritual quotient that a professional needs is an ability to face and use suffering. Any suffering at your office place, any suffering in your social life, any suffering in your personal life, if you think it positively, that why did this come to me, and can I use it for my growth? Can I use it for my some enhancement? And if you think that way, it will help you that way. The top guy in the country today, in our country, has a neck. Anything thrown at him, he can turn it into a large vote bank. Anything you throw at him, he will turn it into a large vote bank. It requires a neck. It is a high level of professionalism. You don't get bogged down. You don't go into negativity. Why is he criticizing me? No negativity. Always a smile. That is a hardcore professional. No negativity. No succumbing to any type of pressure or crisis. Not rolling up the sleeves to fight with anybody. Absolute professionalism is whatever is thrown at me, positive or negative, I can use it for my advantage if I keep the right attitude. That right attitude of turning any negativity in you, towards you, into positivity for your advantage is called professionalism. It's a very high level of professionalism. You don't get bogged down by anything. Fourth spiritual quotient of being a good professional is an ability to be inspired by vision. You see something, anything, and you get an idea that what I saw, how can I use it for my development? How can I use it for the betterment of society? Or did I learn something from it? So, inspired by vision. Fifth spiritual quotient of being a good professional is you see connection between diverse things. You see these are 180-degree diagonally opposite things. This and this has nothing, no relation. This and this has no relation. Still, a good professional, which a good spiritual quotient, sees relations between the two. Nobody saw the relation between Swachh Bharat and the unity of the country. But somebody could see it. And we saw when we see the results. So what I mean to say is, inspired by a vision, then can I see connection between diverse things? Sixth spiritual quotient of being a good professional is causing as little harm as possible to people, to surroundings, to elements around you. How can I cause as little harm as possible? That is also good professionalism. Seventh is a fundamental ability to ask and probe all the fundamental questions. Never accept anything without a couple of questions raised. That is a good professional. And once you are satisfied with it, then accept it fully. Then don't doubt it. But have a couple of questions asked. To ask and probe the fundamental questions is a good professionalism. And the eighth sign of high spiritual quotient for a professional is an ability to work against a convention, a belief, a tradition, a convention. And you come up with the ideas, you come up with the strength, and you come up with all that energy and attitude to work against a convention. So these are the 8 signs of high SQ. If you try to imbibe slowly in your work, you can become a very good professional, just not a result-producing professional, but a growth-producing professional.